The security leaders who succeed are not the loudest people in the room, and they are not always the most technical. They are the ones who create clarity. They know how to connect security decisions to business outcomes. They know when to go deep and when to simplify. And they know how to build trust before the crisis arrives. Welcome to Boardroom Ready. I'm Dr. Ray, and this course is the companion to my book, Cyber Warriors Boardroom Ready, an atlas for driving outcomes for security and business leaders. Over the next 15 lessons, I'm going to walk you through the entire book, chapter by chapter, and turn it into something you can watch, apply, and come back to whenever you need it. In this episode, I'll cover 4 things: what this course is about, who it's for, how it's structured, and the toolkit of downloadable resources that comes with it. By the end, you'll know exactly what you're getting and how to get the most out of it. Let's get started. Let's start with why this course exists. Cybersecurity leadership has changed. It is no longer enough to understand threats, tools, audits, and technical controls. Today's security leader operates at the intersection of risk, resilience, trust, revenue, operations, people, legal exposure, and executive decision-making. And here is the problem: the translation gap. Security teams speak in vulnerabilities, alerts, control gaps, and incident timelines. Executives speak in revenue, cost, operational continuity, customer trust, and risk appetite. And the board speaks in oversight, governance, resilience, and accountability. 3 different languages inside one organization. When a security leader can't move between those languages, the results are predictable. Budget requests stall because they sound like spending instead of risk management. Decisions slow down because leaders don't fully understand what they're being asked to approve. And trust erodes in both directions. The team feels unsupported, and the executives keep getting surprised. Now, let me be clear about what this course is not. The goal is not to turn you into a corporate politician. It is not about sounding executive, and it is never about trading clarity for polish. The goal is to help you become a clear, credible, outcome-driven leader who can move between the SOC floor, the engineering team, the architecture review, and the boardroom without losing the mission. If you cannot connect risk to business outcomes, your security priorities will compete poorly against every other business request. That is the gap this course closes. So who is this course for? It's for CISOs and deputy CISOs, security directors and security managers, aspiring security executives, risk leaders, IT leaders who carry security responsibility, and cybersecurity professionals preparing to lead at the executive level. It's also for the other side of the table, business leaders who want to understand how to work more effectively with the security function. If you sit anywhere between the technical work and the business decisions, this course was built for you. Now, what does a boardroom-ready security leader actually do? In the book, I break the role into 7 parts. You are a translator, converting technical risk into business impact, and business priorities into security execution. A strategist, building a roadmap aligned to organizational goals and risk appetite. An operator, making sure the function can detect, respond, recover, govern, and improve. An advisor, helping executives and the board make informed decisions about risk and investment. A leader, building teams, developing managers, and creating a culture of ownership. A communicator, delivering clear updates in normal operations and under pressure. And a steward, protecting trust, data, people, customers, and the organization's ability to operate. 7 roles, 1 mission. And notice something, only a couple of them are about technology. That's the point. The technical foundation still matters. It's what makes you credible. But the roles that earn you the seat at the table are about translation, judgment, and trust. Here's how the course is structured. It follows the book exactly. 4 parts, 15 chapters, 1 lesson per chapter, and episode numbers match chapter numbers, so if you're watching episode 7, you're in chapter 7 of the book. Part 1 is the foundation, the boardroom-ready security leader, the CISO mission, security as a business function, and building trust across the organization. Part 2 is translation, turning security into business outcomes, risk, revenue, and resilience. Building the security business case, metrics that matter to executives, incident communication at the executive level, and aligning your roadmap to business strategy. Part 3 is leadership, running the security function. The operating model, leading analysts, engineers, architects, and managers. Governance and risk ownership, and budget, vendors, and program execution. And part 4 is influence, the boardroom and the long game, reporting to the board, building durable resilience, and the legacy you leave behind. Every episode follows the same rhythm as the book in 5 beats. We start with commander's intent, the mission for that lesson, then the core teaching, then a real-world example, usually a weak version and a strong version of the same conversation, so you can hear the difference. Then the toolkit, the templates and worksheets that turn the idea into an artifact. And we end with action steps you can execute the same day. You can watch first and read after, or read first and watch to reinforce. Both work. The book is an atlas. This course is the guided route through it. Now let's talk about the toolkit, because this is where the course becomes more than videos. The book ends with the Boardroom Ready Toolkit, 27 working tools. For this course, I've rebuilt them as files you can actually use. Word templates for things like the executive risk statement, the security business case, the incident brief, and the board update. Excel workbooks with the scoring built in, the budget prioritization matrix, the metrics scorecard, the capability maturity heat map. Quick reference PDFs, including the boardroom glossary and the board question preparation guide. And a course workbook that collects the takeaways, action steps, and reflection prompts for every episode in one place. All of it is free. It lives in the Cyber Warriors HQ community on School, and the link is in the description. Join on the free tier, and every download in this course is yours. Each episode will tell you exactly which tools go with that lesson. So what does success look like? By the end of this course, you should be able to lead security as a business function, communicate risk clearly, support technical teams effectively, build credible executive narratives, justify security investments, manage incidents with calm authority, and earn trust with practitioners and senior leaders at the same time. You do not need to know every technical detail to be a strong security leader. You do need to ask better questions, connect decisions to risk and outcomes, build the right team, and communicate with enough clarity that people can act. That's the standard we're working toward. So here's the bottom line, and in this course, we always end with commander's intent. Use this course to become the kind of security leader who can protect the mission, enable the business, support the team, and speak with credibility in the boardroom. Because security leaders who cannot translate risk into business language struggle to get budget, support, trust, and timely decisions. Boardroom readiness is not optional. It is part of the job. Everything you need is here. 15 lessons, 1 per chapter, and a toolkit built for real leadership work. My challenge to you is simple. Bring one real problem from your own environment into each episode. By the end, you won't just understand this material, you'll have used it. Before you go, 3 things. First, join the Cyber Warriors HQ community on School. It's free, and it's where every downloadable tool in this course lives, including the course workbook. Second, if you want the full depth behind these lessons, grab the book, Cyber Warriors Boardroom Ready. And third, subscribe here on YouTube so the next episode shows up the moment it drops. All the links are in the description below. Next up, Episode 1, the CISO Mission, Protect, Enable, Lead. We'll break down the 4-part mission of the modern security leader, the difference between activity and value, and the translation skill that every other lesson in this course builds on. I'll see you there.